Hey, everybody, welcome to Behind the Mic. I'm Nina Taylor, your host. I've got some special guests in the studio today, all the way from the great state of Missouri, the DL Marshall and Ben Brown from DL's Backstage Pass and the Gentleman of Comedy. How you guys doing? Long time no see.
Doing good. Doing good. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. Well,
Doing
first,
really
I got to ask about the weather in your neck of the woods, just because we had a mixture of rain, snow, and 70 degrees just yesterday. How was it there?
Glad you asked. It felt good today.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a little snow the other day though, a little flurry or
A little
two.
bit?
It got pretty thick. It got pretty thick on my car, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that melted away, and the sun came out, cleared it all up. It gave us a little drizzle yesterday, but hey, this Kansas City weather, you really don't ever know what to. You got to pack a long sleeve shirt, a ski mask, a bubble coat, a halter top. You never know.
That's the
Leg
Midwest.
warmers.
That's the Midwest.
Hey, for real. They say if you don't like the weather, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's definitely gonna change.
Absolutely. Now, you guys, you have a wonderful radio show, which I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yes, thank you.
A award-winning radio show. Tell everybody about the Backstage Pass first.
Well, DL's Backstage Pass, we have under that moniker, the arena and the conversation. The conversation is when we give you the hottest gospel music this side of heaven. The arena is when we give you the hottest classic R&B soul and Southern soul. So we just say DL's Backstage Pass, the hottest music talking top side of heaven. And it's derived up of my humor, Bam's humor, our chemistry, your knowledge, your Nina has one of the soothingest voices in
Really
radio,
does.
period. And so
Yeah.
with that mix, with the music, with our topic, with your voice, God blessed us in 2022 to pick up 2 more awards. So that's a total right now of 5 awards for the show. And we've also picked up some markets, including yours. So we come on every day on your great station, Nyla Radio, right?
It's Nala.
Nah, you know, I'm country from the Midwest.
Nala Inspirational Radio. So
That's
yes,
right.
you guys are,
We've
you have
been
a
blessed.
wonderful show.
Thank you so much. And you contribute to it. And my man right here, Bam Brown, what all can I say, man? He just he compliments me, I compliment him, and the formula has been just great.
Now, how'd y'all get together, or how'd you meet? Were you friends prior to the radio thing, or how'd that come about?
2018, I hosted a show, and I guess the guy wanted me to just do something, and so I ended up hosting the show. Met our brother Carrington Lopez, and he said, "Man, you got the gift, you got it. Would you mind doing a show with me?" And I said, "Well, I'm not a comedian or anything." He was like, just write 5 minutes, And so I wrote 5 minutes, ended up at the show. And when I got there, DL was there, and never had met him, never had done any. I don't think we hadn't done anything.
Not yet.
And
that was the first time.
Yeah, that was our first meeting, 2018. And so I did my set. They did their set, and afterwards, they gave me the critique, the brother thing, you know what I mean? And they was like, "Hey, DL said the exact same thing Carrington said. He said, 'Man, I think you got something. Let's work.'" And the rest is history. So, it was my first comedy show in 2018 led us to where we are now.
Okay, so did radio come before the comedy, or the comedy came first?
Well, for me, me hosting a radio show came after comedy. I started doing comedy back in about 1994, 95. I had the opportunity to come on Comic View, and I was under the alias of Dallas J. And I'll have to tell you about that story when we got a little more time. But I used that name because I was thinking if I fail, won't nobody know who I am.
Yeah.
And I never counted the fact that I wouldn't fail. And that's a message to people that may be watching in itself, that, don't count yourself out before you even step up to the plate. And that's what I did. I was like, well, when I do bad, if I do bad, I'll be under a name nobody knows me under. And I didn't count that I would do good, and I had to keep coming back on that open mic under Dallas J. And then when people be like, I want that guy Dallas, I want that kid Dallas. And I was like, I want to tell them what my name is, but Dallas rolled, Dallas worked. And I rolled it until, I decided to start living my life for God. And I didn't want the raunch. I didn't want the cursing. And, sometimes you get your bookings dry up when mainstream, you don't give them what it is they came to know you as. And, I got into radio. And as I was doing radio, I didn't realize God was honing my skills and keeping my wit and going. And next thing you know, opportunity came around, and we was doing clean comedy. I believe it was 2016, 17 to now. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that right? Okay. So are you both on the radio show too, together, right? How did that happen that you started doing the radio show together? Did you just say, hey, let's do the stage thing and let's bring it to the radio? Or they say, let's take our radio show to the stage.
It was I think honestly, it was definitely after I started stand up. And then we kind of just like jailed, like our brotherhood. It was the chemistry, like everything was there, you know what I mean? And so I think DL was like, hey brother, come on my show. He actually asked all three of it should have been all three of us on the show. Let me just put that out there. It should have been three of us total on the show. And our other brother, I believe he just didn't, I don't know if he was busy, if his opportunities.
He couldn't see the vision.
I don't know. I don't know. But, so I came out, we worked together a few times, and then, I got busy, came back a few more times. And so if you listen to some old shows, I'm on like one or two, maybe three of them. And then it became permanent, like, I don't know, last year or something like that. So,
yeah. Actually around April of 2022, wasn't it? When people start feeling comfortable.
I think so.
After that COVID. Yeah. So, but actually, Carrington, our little brother, that's the third of the Gentlemen of Comedy, he actually was my second ever co-host on the radio show. And for whatever reasons, I don't know if it's conflict of schedule or what, but he stepped away. And then I had a young lady and another guy with me. It's funny. And I'm not saying this with every individual, but I'm not saying it's not a part, but it's funny how sometimes that something can go well and you start having success, and sometimes success can be a divide. And so the two co-hosts that I had, that was fellas, they started to get a little recognition, and next thing I know, the days and times of the shows became inconvenient. And so I just said, I'm gonna ask Bam if I just started saying I'm gonna have special guest hosts.
Yeah.
Bam kicked on. The chemistry was crazy. Like, if y'all listen to the show, you'll see it's been like that from day one. And once Bam saw it and he started to feel it, and like you said, he had some scheduled things. And then when he came back, I just asked him, we had a conversation. I said, hey man, just give me a year. And if the show don't take off within that year, then, hey, I understand. I'll go back to the format of having special guest hosts from time to time. And as they say, the rest is history manifested by God's grace. So I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for God, thankful for you. I'm just thankful for everybody that could see the vision that God gave me and understood it and was a significant role in it.
So, okay, you guys, the Gentlemen of Comedy, is it just you two, or is there other gentlemen involved in that?
Bam!
Oh man, it's three of us.
It's three.
question. Yeah, we gonna
Skip
skip
that
that.
one.
No,
Okay.
Yeah,
no.
we just playing. We just playing.
No,
Okay.
it's three of us. It's
Yeah.
three.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's me, it's myself, DL, and Carrington Lopez. We are the gentlemen of comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was the first? Tell me about the first time the gentleman of comedy took the stage. What was that like? Was it good or was it like, okay? Was it a learning? We call it a learning experience when it didn't go well.
We call it bombing. We call it bombing. That's what we and thank God, as a whole, we have
Yes.
not bombed yet. Now,
Yes.
there have been shows. Now, I will admit it. Bam will admit it. I don't know if Carrington will admit it, but there's been times where I didn't blow up as big as I wanted to blow up. I didn't quite bomb, but the fuse went unlit before it really gave us the whole thing. But as the three of us, I think our first really show would have been in Leavenworth when we did something. I can't even tell you the name of the place, but it was that Orlando asked us to come up to. When you had performing some.
It's all a blur now, huh?
And we did that, and yeah, we've always had the circles. Like, thank God that when people ask for clean comedians or Christian comedians in our area, our names come up, and maybe with the three of us and maybe one or two more, but our names kept coming up. We kept getting put on the same shows. The chemistry, the camaraderie, the brotherhood was always there. And so Carrington was like, man, I want to, man, I'm to a point I don't want to do shows with anybody else. And I said, man, we clean. We clean in our comedy. We clean in our dress. We got our own different unique styles. It's three different generations. Man, we gentlemen. And so it stuck. The gentlemen of comedy stuck. And so I think the Leavenworth show was the first time we said we should. And I think it was Pastor Mabian's show that, or either it might have been the one over in Kansas that we said we'll go on as the gentleman of comedy. So thank God every show that we've done, it's been well received as a gentleman.
But I'm gonna take it a step further back though. Back when we did the residency at the Improv, it was Kevin
Comedy Club.
It was Kevin. It was Nick Nichols and myself, Carrington, you. And we did a show. I don't know what it was, but you had made mention, because let me put this out there to everybody that doesn't know. Like, DL is he's an innovator, and I mean, his mind is always working, always thinking, always trying to put something together. And so he had just made mention of, hey, we should do do something together. And this is when it was like 5 of us together.
It was, yeah.
Then so from there we did Providence Blackstock's church, and it was Nick Nichols, it was Kevin, and myself, you. I don't think Carrington was there then.
Not at that one.
But like, we had took a picture together. I got the picture in my phone. We took a picture, and you were saying we need to take this on the road. And then Kevin dropped off. Nick did the pastoring thing. Then us three came together, and then it was like, let's do the gentleman of comedy. So it had started back in like, I don't know, 18, 19. And then it really started picking up some wheels and some steam in like 22.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Where can we hear the show, and where can everyone see the gentleman of comedy?
Woo. Well, let's say this. As we said, NALA Radio, 5 days a week. You can catch us in different markets such as DC, Virginia, Chicago, Mississippi, Milwaukee, Atlanta, prayerfully by the time this airs, Shreveport, Louisiana, Kansas City, Missouri, a bunch of different markets. If you can't hear us in your city and you don't remember those cities that we name, then you can always catch us on iHeart and Spotify, and anywhere that you can get your podcast. Our radio show goes into podcast once we have it distributed. So you can do that as far as that. As far as with the gentlemen of comedy, Bam, if I forget any of them, then we'd be our dynamic duo self and you pick me up. But I believe March 10th, let me do this. Playing young. I'm stop playing young and embrace who I am.
You need them, Pops. Yeah,
let us be free with ourselves. How about that? When I go into, let's see, find the right thing. Okay, we'll be in Houston, Texas, March 25th at the Match Midtown Arts Theater, Houston, Texas. That is 3400 Main Street. Showtime 7:30 p.m. Me and Bam will be there, along with some other of our comrades, like Cousin Al, Adam, and this writing is so small and I can't get it any bigger. But we've got so a host of funny folks hosted by the Black Prince. That's going to be in Houston. And then we have April 29th, Kansas City, Missouri, at the historic Gym Theater. You got the Gentlemen at the Gym, myself, Bam Brown, Carrington Lopez, music coming from live stylings of Billy Bird, Jay Melody, live DJ Missy E, hosted by comedian Nick Nichols and Boss Lady, both of them out of St. Louis, Missouri. And then we've got Texarkana, Arkansas at the Silver Moon Theater. I believe that is May 13th. We got May 27th, Atlanta, Georgia, and then we'll be back in Kansas City, May 28th at the Sunlight Baptist Church. So go look at those local markets. You can look on our pages and you can see where we at. We've got a website that'll be up soon. So we'll be having that. And we got a QR code that you can just hit the QR code and all of our stuff will pop up for you.
Sounds like a plan. All right, fellas, always a treat. Always glad to see you and talk to you. Thank you so much for being on Behind the Mic. Thank you
for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all, go see them gentlemen.